Hello. So today we are starting a chapter and its name is sets. So this video is going to be quite informative. So try to watch it till the last. And so let's start our chapter with its definition. So it's given by a collection of well-defined objects is called a set. You must be knowing the meaning of collection, but you might have problem when you see this word well-defined objects. So let me explain it to you in a very easy by giving you a very easy example. Like if I ask you what is the capital of India, so you will say New Delhi. If I will ask your friend what is the capital of India, he will say New Delhi. If I ask a third person that what is the capital of India, he will also say New Delhi. So any question which has only one answer is a well-defined answer. So a set is a collection of all those answers that are well defined and that have only one answer. Okay, so a collection of well defined objects is called a set. I hope now you know what well defined object means. So let's see how a set is represented. Like what is its symbol, or we can say notation. So a symbol or notation of a set is, it is shown by curly brackets. These are the curly brackets, and the well defined objects are written inside these curly brackets. These well defined objects are written inside the bracket. It is how a set is written. Okay, so I have tried to explain you sets by giving you some easy and daily life examples. Like first example is set of members in your family. Like in your family you are having your mother, father, brother and sister, and the answer of this question, like members in your family, is the same. If I ask you, you will give the same answer. Your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, they all will give the same answer. So that means the answer is well defined, so it will form a set. Okay, like if I say you that form a set of students in your class. So your class may be having 40-50 students, and you can easily name those students, and that and those names will be the same, and everyone will answer them in the same manner, so it will also form a set. So number of students in your class is also an example of set. Third example I've taken is number of vowels in English alphabet. So what are the vowels? Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and it is the same answer for all of us. All of us will give the same answers for vowels. Okay, so each and everything that has the same answers, they are capable of forming a set. So these three are example of sets, and they are also written inside curly brackets. Okay, so let's see what other information do we have. Objects inside the set are called elements. Like here we have written a set, and these objects that are written inside the curly brackets are called elements. So these are the elements of set. Okay, A, E, I, O, U are called elements. Okay, and these elements, like you must have noticed that I haven't repeated any of the element. So it's the first and foremost rule that the element appears only once and is not repeated inside a set. Like if we are writing element inside a set, it must appear only once and it should not be repeated. Okay, so we learned about the definition, we learned it through some examples, we learned that the objects inside a set are called elements, and that elements must appear only once and they should not be repeated inside a set. Okay, so let's see some important and most commonly used sets. Okay, like first we have n. So we represent natural numbers by n. So set of natural numbers is given by n, and we know that natural numbers are those numbers that starts with 1. So 1 2 3 4 and so on, we have set of natural numbers. Second, we have set of whole numbers represented by w. So set of whole numbers are those numbers which are similar to natural number, but the only thing that is different is whole numbers starts with a 0. So 0 1 2 3 4 and so on gives us a set of whole numbers. Third, we have set of integers. It is represented by I or z. Okay, so I is equal to, what are integers? Integers include 0, all the positive numbers and all the negative numbers as well. So integers include three types of numbers: 0, plus form of numbers, minus form of numbers. Okay, so it is a set of integers. Now fourth, we have set of rational numbers represented by q. Okay, so so just pay attention here because it is a bit important and it might be confusing. So pay attention here that rational numbers are always represented in the form of p upon q. Okay, in this p is called the numerator and q is the denominator. Okay, and here q should not be equal to 0. Okay, and p and q, they belong to integers. Okay, so rational numbers are those numbers that are represented in p upon q form, where q is not equal to 0 and p and q, they belong to integers. Okay, now the fifth one is set of irrational numbers and it is represented by q dash. Okay, so irrational numbers are those numbers that are not having an exact value, like root 2, root 3, root 5, root 6, root 7 are some of the examples of irrational numbers, because root 2 does not have a exact value. Like in the case of root 4, we have an exact value 2 or plus minus 2, or in case of root 16 we have a exact value plus minus 4. But in case of root 2, root 3, root 5, root 6 or root 7, we do not have an exact value, so they come under the category of irrational numbers. Okay, now the seventh one is set of real numbers. So real numbers include all the numbers like rational plus irrational numbers.